What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Gotti's Garage. In today's video, we are working on a 4th gen Ram, specifically doing the hub bearing, making a hauling noise. On the topic of 4th gen Rams, if you guys want any aftermarket accessories, I got stability control bypass harness, grills, headlights, anything like that, you can go ahead and go to www.gottisgarage1.com. I'll have a link above right here and also in the description. You can click on there. The first things first, obviously you take the tire off. The next step I always do is just take the axle nut off, which is a 36mm impact, take it off, or if you don't have an impact. So the safest way to do it without an impact is just stick a screwdriver in here in the rotor. All right, so you take a screwdriver that you don't really care about. This is actually my axle nut torquing screwdriver, what I call it, and you just stick it right here in the fins, just like that. Stick it out a little bit, and you just rotate it like that so you can get a breaker bar on there to break that nut loose. That's if you don't have an impact. All right, next step to get this caliper off, we're gonna need a 21mm. You got 2 bolts right here for the caliper, and then I use a little hanger like this, or if you have an actual caliper hanger or a zip tie, anything to hang the caliper up so it's not putting all the weight on this brake line right here. That bolt the hub to the spindle, coming back from behind the spindle right here. These 3 bolts right here, which is an 18mm bolt. So like everything on this job can be done with just normal hand tools. Or an impact if you have extra time. Alright, so we got 2 out of the 3 bolts for the rear. So the easiest way to do it is just turn this whole hub, which is actually easier from the other side. The other one is right here, which is pretty easy to get to. Okay, now getting this hub separated from the spindle is the hard part. So I'll show you 3 different ways that will work. One, if you have an air compressor access. If not, big hammer. So I'll show you. This one has the speed sensor right here that goes all the way up, and the new one also has it, so you can either unbolt it here, which chances of this actually coming out is 0, or you can just follow this cord all the way up here, and up here somewhere you can just unplug it, pull it all down. If you haven't yet, you always gotta make sure your CV axle is free. Sometimes they seize up inside and then it's a nightmare. But if you don't have an air hammer or anything like that, you just put the axle nut on there and make sure you spin it all the way so it's flush. So it's flush, just like a little bit more. Just like that. That way you can't bend this over and, you know, kind of destroy the threads. And then you can take your big hammer and just beat it, which that one's already moving. So all you do is just beat it, and if you hit these, no big deal because the new one comes with new lug studs. So go ahead and take this off. And then if you do have an air hammer, like I do, which I will be using today, put the point of the air hammer right here, then you can hit it, which will knock it free. So that one's already loose and moving, but just 2 examples for you. So since that's free, we can start working on the actual hub itself and get it off that spindle. Now there's 3 ways you can do it. You can beat it with a pretty decent sized hammer. So this is what I used on my Ram to get it off. Just kind of like an hour of beating it with the biggest sledgehammer you could find. So that's the second way. Or you see these points in the hub itself. You take your air hammer with the point bit, you kind of face it like that, and you'll actually start twisting it and rotating it, breaking everything up. And you just keep going back and forth, and eventually it'll pop off. Yep, forgot to get that one out. Got it. On the other
side.
Oh, I just sharpen mine. And always remember which way the dust cover goes on. So you put it on like this, and then you put everything together, and then you go put your brakes on. You are screwed. Next, what I always like to do is just take a drill and like a little wire brush and just clean out the corrosion on the inside of here. And then this is obviously to blow all that loose corrosion away. All right, now with your bolt sticking out, that's gonna help hold this. Obviously this opening is where the caliper needs to go. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. That holds that into place. And you can take your new bearing, and you have this opening right here with, I mean, I think that's pretty common sense, but.
See why this here?
Take some Loctite, which this is blue. You don't need red or anything like that, but just something. Now we just put a little dab on these. Then you go ahead and line these 3 bolts up to those and try to get them hand tight. And sometimes it's gonna take some finagling of moving the flange for the hub bearing and then this around so you can kind of line everything up to get it in. And once you get it started, you can get them all started. You don't want to do just one because then it's going to pull it and probably make it uneven, so you can't get the other 2 done. That's 2 started, so let's turn the wheel again so we can access this other one. Now, since this is all started, we can go ahead and just tighten this one fully. Turn the wheel back around and get the other 2. Caliper bolts back in. Just put some Loctite on there, it's gonna save you some money, just in case they want to back out. But again, impact to the chrome socket. All right, now we're to the part where we can put the axle nut on. And I like to put it on with the impact at first so you can pull that CV axle so it's mated. Off. See, it's still loose. And if you guys want a cheaper alternative to a snap-on torque wrench and just as precise, you got gear wrench right here, so hashtag gear wrench, sponsor me. This is a 120 tooth. Oh, I can get it out. It likes to stick in the front. That's my only complaint about it. It's a 120 tooth digital torque wrench that does angle and it compensates for extensions and all of that. So it's definitely a better alternative than spending $700 on a snap-on. Flex snap-on. Has a little flex head right here too, as well as reverse, or forward and reverse too. So we're gonna go ahead and torque this up. In this new hub box, we got some instructions. So it's saying 2002, 2010, 1500, which is a 09, I believe. It's 185 foot-pounds. So go ahead and turn this on. I don't know how well you can see this, but hit set. At 185. Set again. So now it's ready. Now that screwdriver I was telling you about in the beginning, we wanted to put it on the top because tightening it is going to move it that way. There we go. $186, but that's gonna work. And there we go. Now all you gotta do is put the tire back on and You just replace the hub bearing on your Ram 1500, 4th gen, possibly 5th gen too. I think they're about the same except for they're 6 lug instead of 5 lug, but don't quote me on that because honestly I have no idea yet. And if you gotta do the other side like I have to, it's the same process, exactly the same process and very easy. I did forget one thing, we're gonna route this, but easy enough, they got little guide holes everywhere. So you just find the guide holes, and I'll do that real quick in camera. Turn this way. So it runs up, runs this way on the knuckle. The first little clip goes right there. It goes on the other side of the brake hose. Goes up to this guy right here. Clicks in. Let's go ahead and put that back in the hole right up here. You see that? Okay. Then we got another one, which I don't see a mounting spot for that one. So that's how you install a hub bearing on a Ram 1500. Do not right now. I'm almost done with the damn video. So again, as a reminder, if you want anything cool for any of the Ram 1500s, 4th gens, possibly 5th gen, harnesses are 5th gen compatible as well. You just have to click that in the website. You fucking kidding me?
What? What? Come on, just let me just...
That's staying in there. Now I forgot what the fuck I was at. Alright, anyways, if you guys need anything for your 4th gen Ram, 5th gen Ram, stability control bypass harnesses, go ahead and go to www.gottysgarage1.com where you can get a variety of accessories for this vehicle right here, all the way from 2009 to 2018, and then 2018 all the way up for the stability control bypass harnesses for your 5th gen. If you guys want more 5th gen products on my website, just go ahead and send me a message on the website and I can gladly go through and try to find some that I would recommend to add to the website. So thank you guys for watching. Stay different. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up so it helps the algorithm in YouTube and more people get to see this video, hopefully helping somebody else out. And you guys have a great day.